Hello, welcome to Family. We've got your back. We're home. Again. Maybe it was more interesting to have the closet doors behind us. I don't know, whatever. But the wedding was really fun, wasn't it?
Yeah,
we really enjoyed. They played the shoe game. Have you ever played that? Where you hold one shoe of yours and one shoe of your partner's, and if the question is about that, or the answer,
the question is more about you, then you
hold up your shoe.
Yeah. And if you think it's more about your spouse or your partner, then you hold up their shoe. Yeah.
And if you get 3 wrong, you're out, right? So, of course, the newlyweds got out. Well, I mean, the newlyweds got to play the whole time, but the next married newlyweds. And the ones that won, obviously, were his older brother, who they've been married for, 33 years? 32 years? Almost 32? Remember. Anyway,
a lot of
something
years.
Like that. A lot of years. Thanks. I'm sure they're thrilled with that description. Anyway, it was really, really fun to get to know what they thought about each other. So yeah, we really had a good time.
Yeah, I think they were married in 92.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway, so I introduced I don't know how to... I was introduced to a book, and I've been reading it, and it put words to impressions and not fully formed ideas that I've been living by for many years that has saved me, and I realized it has saved me from a lot of mental turmoil and distress that many women go through. It's called More Than a Body.
Boop.
Yeah. By doctors Lindsay and Lexi Kite. They're twin sisters. And they did their PhD research on objectifying. And being objectified, like people being objects, right?
Yeah.
Oops, wrong way. So when you objectify someone, it's you view a person as an object. Or, for example, it's like you step outside of yourself and now you're like looking from the outside as well as the inside, if that makes sense at all.
Well,
it's like you're thinking about yourself as other people see you instead of how you see yourself. And you see that, it's kind of hard to explain. The quote. So, when we are self-objectifying or objectifying someone else, it's kind of not the same definition. But when we are self-objectifying, our identities are split in two. The one living her life and the one watching and judging her, monitoring how we look rather than how we are feeling or what we are doing. So it's like it's not like a omniscient point of view.
Right.
It's just the on the surface point of view, right?
Yeah.
And
so I think so things that could fall in this category is obviously looks. I mean, that's what comes to mind.
That's the main thing,
right?
is
but also keeping up with the Joneses idea.
Yes. And so it doesn't have to be just looks.
Right. It can just be lifestyle and
right.
So anything that you're viewing people as this is, I'm viewing them not as people but as this persona even.
Yes, it could be even like this caricature.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So it's. The title of the book is More Than a Body. Your body is an instrument, not an ornament.
Yeah.
And so anytime you're not seeing someone as a whole, valuable human being, that their value lies in
what you're viewing,
what you can see.
Right.
And nothing on the inside. And so therefore, because we are people and we think, any attempt to dehumanize and take away autonomy, take away human rights, respect, benefit of the doubt, and we just distill them down to the only what we can observe and the judgments we make about that.
Yeah,
right? And so,
I even think.
And so, hang on. While it happens to women more, it can happen to men too. So women, it's looks typically, and for men, it's status or power, right? Hierarchy, possessions. Right? Like, who has the best house on the block? Who has the coolest car? Who has the best watch? Watches have been a status symbol for as long as they have been invented. Even, like, the town that had the clock tower was better than the town that didn't have clocks, right? Like, seriously. So, as soon as being able to tell the time was invented, it became a status symbol.
Let me pull out my pocket watch with my gold chain.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Hence, Gift of the Magi. That's why it was such a big deal for him to sell his watch, because that's the only thing he had that made him important.
Yeah.
And she cut off her hair, her only claim to beauty, right? So they traded their objects for the other, because it wasn't important to them.
Right.
The person was important to them.
Yeah.
So that is the perfect story of the dangers of objectifying someone.
Yeah.
Right? Or the results.
Well, the thing that came to my mind too is that objectifying can work both ways. Like, when people find out that I'm a math teacher at middle school, they think, "Oh, you must be so blank," right? And so
you're reduced to that instead
maybe even exalted, because you're such a compassionate person to work in a middle school and stuff like that.
Right.
You must be an awesome person. When I might not be. I might be a jerk.
You could be. You could
but
be a jerk.
People jump to conclusions because of my position.
Yeah. Well, and also, they could be just like your students distill.
Oh, yeah.
When they find out that you're very musical, they're like, "What? No way! How is that a thing?" And then they watch you play the student faculty basketball game, and like, "What? How do you?
Yeah, you're supposed to be a nerd.
Teacher.
You're a nerd,
right?
You're a nerd.
So they're
you can't do these things.
Yeah. And so it is I would say one of the most common ways we interact with each other as objects and not as human beings. Yeah. And for women, because it's looks based, it is devastating to their self-esteem.
Yeah, it can be.
And so anyway, we're going to skip ahead to this one. Whoa, mine is having trouble thinking. Men who don't fit you read this one. This one's about men.
Oh, I'll read this one because it's about men. Men who don't fit appearance ideals are much less likely to face the repercussions women do, because our culture values men for more than their bodies or their sexual desirability. Their looks are just one part of their identity, and rarely the most important part.
Right? How, this is really rude to say, but a lot of your students, remember when I went the last week or 2 weeks of school and was helping out in your class, they're like, "You're his wife?" And I'm like, that is so rude. It's like, and then within the same time frame, that guy at the party that we went to, he's like, I look at you and I look at him and I'm like, what? And I'm like, rude. And his wife smacks him. And
I don't remember that.
You don't?
I forget things easily.
Anyway, he didn't even notice, right? He was trying to compliment me, but it was still like a slap to you. And I'm thinking, I was like, well, and so my response is, well, he had hair when we got married, right? And then his wife takes off his hat and he's bald too,
Yeah.
Right? And so it was just kind of a joke about it, but it was more like, I married.
That's the punchline that comes to mind. Therefore, it's kind of in the forefront, right? I'm
I
just saying.
don't know what you mean.
No, so you're talking about the guy who was bald, and
Yeah.
and so it's like that's an easy joke to make because
Right.
we have that commonality.
Right, and that's why I made the joke, was
Yeah.
because, like, anyway. And so, yeah, and I think I even added, well, I was skinny and he had hair. So I think it was just he had hair when we got married. And then I said, well, he is a nice guy too, or something like that. Or no, maybe is that what you said? Anyway, it doesn't matter who said what. But the point was that I thought, the things that I thought about Trent had nothing to do with how he looked. The reasons I liked him were because he was kind. Mm-hmm. I felt good around him. I wanted to be a better person around him. I was calmer around him. He's generous and kind, and his heart is in the right place, and many other things, but we shared the same values.
Yeah.
You know, and it was more like, this man could be my partner. And as that, you were very attractive to me. Yeah. Right? And so it had nothing to do with how the package, right?
No.
And I'm hoping that was similar in your
it was
respect.
reciprocated.
It's like the package was nice, in my opinion, for you. Hopefully it was for you to me. But
it was.
That wasn't the important part.
No. We had so much more going on than just our superficial start of things.
Because I knew once I got pregnant that my life as I knew it would change forever, like it does for every woman who has children.
Yeah.
I knew that whatever the package was at that moment, it would change as I aged. I knew that I would be an old lady someday. Like the Wedding Singer, the song he wrote for her, Julia Gulia. No, what was Julia? She was going to be Julia Gulia. Anyway,
I want to grow old with you.
Yeah, I want to grow old with you. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
He wrote the song, I Want to Grow Old With You, because he understood that it's a lifelong partnership and it's not about how you look, right?
Yeah.
Because she said, Glenn's going to be a super hot old guy. Anyway, it was... Sorry, watch the movie. Anyway, so back to the other...
Oh, you want to go back to the other quote?
So that first one about... how we're splitting ourselves in two, or we're just simplifying someone else. We are objectifying.
Uh-huh.
And when you objectify yourself, but then get mad when somebody objectifies you, that's kind of like saying, well, I can be mean to my little brother, but you can't be mean to him. What? No.
Just
nobody,
be nice.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Nobody gets to objectify, right? That's not good for anyone. Okay? So, that's the point, is the goal is to not objectify, but treat yourself and other people as people and not distill them, simplify them, or reduce them to just objects. So then the next one, oops, why do I always do this backwards?
We should have like an arrow in the corner.
We should have a Vanna. Okay, anyway. Are we allowed to say that? Anyway. Okay, so the next one is about the movements that have been happening to improve our body image, right? Because women are trapped in this self-hate. Like, I don't know a single woman who loves everything about her body. There is something about her body that she is unhappy about. Hence, lotions and creams and anti-aging and hair dye and hair products of all sorts and razors and cool sculpting and plastic surgery and on and on and on. And fashion, that's a whole nother podcast. So this is just the first episode in a series that is about objectifying and the different facets of it. And so this first episode is just kind of the definition, right? Yeah. And we'll get into, well, what do you do about it, right? So, all bodies are beautiful. Every body is a bikini body. like, to me, that's just despicable. I need to find the quote, but they're both problems, even though they're like, hey, feel good about your body, because they're just expanding what is beautiful. They're not saying you're more than just beauty. They're saying they're expanding what the definition of beauty is. Mm-hmm. And that's still part of the problem, right?
And really just narrowing it to the...
Well, it's normally been narrow. Like supermodels, they're beautiful. Everybody else, you're fat and ugly. Right?
Dang it.
Seriously, that's what women feel.
I hear you.
And all those photoshopped things, all these supermodels, they're even photoshopped. So nobody is actually real. This ideal that you're reaching for in magazines and things like that, and TV and Instagram and TikTok, and oh look, here's my before and my after. I know I'm kind of ugly, but look, now I'm great. Like, even those, like, it's just right? So it's still, it doesn't fix the problem, even though people are trying to help them feel better about how they look. That's still about how they look. Mm-hmm. It focuses on, it focuses on how the body looks. Positive body image isn't believing your body looks good. So this is the solution, right, to objectifying about looks for basically women. So most of the pronouns in this book are she, because women face this more than men do. And typically men get to wear clothes in movies and women are in bikinis, right? Like let me finish the quote. Sorry, I'm just all over the place because my mind is so full.
Well, I have a quote to share after you.
Okay, hang on. So it's a positive body image isn't believing your body looks good. It is knowing your body is good.
Is good. Yeah.
Regardless of how it looks.
Yeah,
your body
that's a great
is
thought.
An instrument, not an ornament. It is a tool that we get to live our lives with, not just a decoration.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead with your quote. And
the quote was, of course, from Groundhog Day.
Oh.
Sometimes I go weeks without looking in the mirror.
If you haven't seen that movie, it's with Bill Murray, and he's trying to be her ideal man.
Andy McDowell's like, I don't want to date someone who's vain. Sometimes I go weeks without looking in the mirror.
Right? So Groundhog Day is all about him becoming the right man for her.
Once I get my hair cut, I don't need to look in the mirror for probably a couple weeks.
Yeah. And then when it starts poking out, I tell you.
And you tell me.
And you start kind of wetting it down for a little while, and then you're like, I need a haircut.
Time for a haircut.
I know, right? Well, and for me, too. It's like, if I have to spend more than 10 minutes on my hair, I'm done.
Forget about it.
I need a different haircut. So anyway, I'm like, wash, comb, product, we're done. Or wash, product, comb, we're done. Yeah. That's basically what it is. It's like, and you
no
just
product.
have wash.
I wash it at night and I'm good to go the next morning.
Yeah. Being bald is awesome, isn't it?
It's awesome. Said no one ever.
You just did. You love it.
I'm okay with it.
You just wear a hat when it's sunny. Every time, other time, we're good, or cold.
Yeah, that's it.
And you just wear a hat. Problem solved.
Beanies.
Yeah. Because for men, it's not about looks. It's about stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just keep that in mind.
Always swept into the end.
No, I was going to talk about Jumanji.
Oh.
Okay. So one of our favorite family movies are the new Jumanjis with Jack Black and The Rock.
Oh, yeah.
The lady that plays Gamora and Kevin Hart. Right?
Yeah.
Those people are funny people.
They're funny.
Anyway, and so she lands in the jungle in this like booty shorts and bikini top with leather straps or whatever, and she's like, how is this an outfit for the jungle? And The Rock, what's his name? Dwayne Johnson. He's in these like rugged pants with pockets and this canvas like khaki shirt thing, and and he's even got a backpack guy, the weapons valet, and Jack Black's in like this tweed suit, you know. And just like, how is this an outfit? But yet she's the girl, so she's in this sexy little outfit, right? So yeah, that's obvious.
And her skill, of course, is
dance fighting.
Dance fighting. How could you get
any more sexist than that, right? But of course, we recognize it, and they even recognize that it's ridiculous. But of course, they still put her in this bikini outfit, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, and so then in the next one, when the shallow girl becomes Jack Black, like she's now in his body instead of the body she was in before. She's like, no, not the shallow girl. I don't know. Anyway.
There's a point here.
Somebody says, how is this guy a character in an action video game, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever the quote is. And they're like, everybody is beautiful, right?
Right.
So even though she is trying to embrace everybody, I mean, and this was like so obvious to me when they're like, oh, everybody is beautiful. I'm like, stop. That's still the problem, is that you're focused on looks. So that's why we wear t-shirts every week, so that it's about what we say and not what we look like. That's why I'm in my glasses, because it's not about what I look like, it's about what we are trying to say, right? So I have been saved from a lot of the problems of self-objectification because I typically am not on social media. The shows we watch are typically not shows that, I don't know.
Well, you can't avoid.
You can't avoid
it completely.
But they're more family type shows, right? And even in those, they did a study in the book, or somebody did it that they referenced in the book about family movies, the top 100 family movies, and how women were treated in those family movies, and it was horrifying. Anyway, so I guess what we're saying is be aware of that type of interaction.
You're going the right way.
Yes. And so for this week, be aware of objectification and how many forms it can take in our societies that we surround ourselves with, right? Nobody lives in a cave. Well, maybe. They may. I don't know. But typically in America, you're connected to some sort of the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Right? And so notice when it's an issue in your life, when it happens in your life, and see if it's a struggle for you, like if it's something that actually is a problem. Because, well, I guess any objectification of a human being is a problem. So, make a plan to figure it out and change it and see them as people. And we'll give you some tips as we go on, right? Because this is just the introduction, and if we kept going, it would be just hours, right? So part 2 next week. But then as you make this plan, implement it, right? So part of the plan is, how am I going to implement this? How am I going to change these things? And if you are really struggling with this, stop scrolling. Have a week-long fast from social media. That is our number one
it is a
suggestion.
It's a pit.
It is a pit. And then if you go back on after your week-long fast, you will see, oh my word, every post is of somebody objectifying themselves or somebody else, right? It's really that prevalent. And so, especially if you are a teenage or single young woman, right? Have a social media fast this week, right? So that is our favorite way to identify how prevalent objectifying is. But anyway, if that's not your problem, find another area and make plans to leave the dark side alone. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for listening. You guys have a great week, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay tuned. Oh, I can't find the button.